Hi David, this is Joe Rebelo here obviously, and I'm here with my student Allison Reddington. Surprise! We're doing a special on the Mano y Mano material for you, so that way you can get an idea on what the Mano y Mano requirement is for the rank of purple belt. And you have, again, if we do the countdowns on the ANTAS, or undergrade ranks, and again, purple belt. So we're going to go over mano a mano, hand-to-hand work. And Allison's already gone over the majority of the materials, so she's going to demonstrate that today. And we're also going to be working with triangle footwork. Now, everything you see here can be done in horse stance, but today we're going to start moving. We want to move with our triangle footwork, and Allison has performed that. And again, the key ingredient is, for the most part, is moving off the line of the attack on a diagonal in triangle footwork and striking the opponent diagonally to the direction you're facing. Now, again, with the elbows, that's going to change a little bit, slightly. But again, we're working on the overall concepts of how to move from side to side, away from an opponent's attack, yet closer to an opponent's body. So, natural stance, Allison. Move right to center. So we're going to start off with the first basic action, which is going to be the basic blocks. So again, we're going to start off with an inward block. We're going to step diagonally and block inward. Step diagonally and block inward. Why? Because I want to move away from the opponent's attack, closer to the opponent. So stepping with your right foot, right inward block, move. Up. Left inward block, move. Good. Up. And isa.
Isa.
No, step. Block. Isa, up. Dalawa. Good. Up. Tatlo. Good. Apat. Great. Lima. Up. Anim. Pito. Walo. Great. The opposite of inward is?
Outward.
So now, again, we're going to step diagonally and block out. Step diagonally, block out. So we're moving off the line of the attack, blocking the opponent's arm at or above the elbow. If we block below it, as long as we compound that later on with a grab, it's fine. But if we don't, the opponent may buckle his elbow and try to strike with an elbow, which we're going to be talking about in a bit. So, outward block. So again, I step with my right foot, I block with my left hand. Move. Exactly. Up. Move. Exactly. Up. Here we go. Isa. All right, foot first.
Yep.
Let's try it again.
Okay.
Isa. Yep. Up. Dalawa. Tatlo. Apat. Lima. Anim. Pito. Walo. Siyam. Sampo. Okay, let's address this for a moment. Allison, face me here. So if I'm shooting a right hand punch, she's going to step with her right foot and block with her left hand. Move. Whoops. Uh-oh, she blocked below the elbow, not above it, and she ended up spitting chiclets, right? That kind of pops an elbow. So she wants to block above the elbow, not below it, when moving to the outside of an arm. So as I punch, boom. Now I can't. If I bend my elbow, she's still got it blocked. That's the key. Up. And the opposite side, I shoot a left-hand punch, and again, whoops, spit the chiclets, up. So blocking at or above the elbow. So now she steps in and blocks and checks me off. Now, she can just as easily punch or strike with her free hand, or she can take her blocking hand, turn it over, and go into a grab, grabbing my arm and pulling it down. Like so. So that's what we're doing. Okay, come on up. All right, so now let's go on to our next block, which is the upward block. So now I'm stepping up and I'm blocking here. Now, I normally, when moving forward, is lead foot, lead hand. This is one of the intriguing aspects about the Filipino martial arts. We're breaking a rule. Why? Because of the angle that we're moving with in regards to our opponent attacking. So I'm going to step off with my right foot, left upward block on a 45. I step up with my left foot, right arm, upward block on a 45. Okay, let's try it out. Ready? Hand. Right side. Move. Up. Left side. Move. Up. Okay, now by the numbers. Isa. Up. Dalawa. Tatlo. Apat. Lima. Anim. Pito. Walo. Siyam. Sampo. Great. So, again, learning how to work those diagonal movements, moving off the line. I block from here. Now, this would be a great example if a person's feeding me a number 12 and they're coming in with an overhead strike, and I can block, grab, take them, bring them down into the arm bar, which we've learned in our años, and understand how it cross-references to that. So, last but not by no means least is the downward block. I'm going to step off the line, block down. 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 Now, if you notice in this particular action, my block is horizontal. It's not diagonal. So I'm going to step off and I'm going to block straight across this way. I'm going to step off, block straight across this way. Again, as we learn with the años later on, hey, I block it, I hook it, I trap it, I send the guy. I punch him with my free hand and send the guy flying with the second punch. So we learn that in the año. So again, here, I'm moving off the line, blocking. I'm not going to trap, I'm just going to block for now. But we know where we can go from here. I can trap here, I can do like an outside arm bar, but right down on his knee and break the person's knee. And then I can send them flying. There's numerous techniques you can do from there, and as you'll learn as you progress on through mano a mano. But this is our foundation. Learn and incorporate our basic actions with footwork, and specifically triangle footwork. So you're going to step off with your right foot, left downward block, move. And again, you want to make sure it's more on this line, straight across. Right. So if I throw the kick, block, boom, well, see ya. And that sends me spinning. Or you could swing around and trap my arm and then hit with your free hand. Like I said, the aforementioned Nanyo Isa, sending the guy flying. All right, here we go. Right side, move. And block lower, lower. First trying to kick you in the groin. Right, move. Up. Left side, move. Good, up. All right, here we go. Isa. Up. Dalawa. Up. Tatlo. Up. Apa. Up. Lima. Up. Anim. Up. Pito. Up. Walo. Up. Siyam. Up. Sampo. Now, we should also mention that this can just as easily be done against a knife. So in this case, face me please. Natural stance. Salute. Good. See? Place it in the right hand. Feed me in number 5. Because I don't want to fight. Move. Stick me in the gut. Boom. So here's my action. I can shoot in here. I can drive it back into her face. I can block from here, go into a grab, go into the arm bar and roll. I can chop straight down. Again, we're talking so here, strike across the bicep. Numerous actions I can do from here. I can just as easily transition into what? Do more. I'm grappling. Well, I don't want to grab, so I'll just hit you. Pow. I'll do redonda with my hands and strike like so. But again, the key ingredient is here. That downward block, moving on the diagonal, blocking on that action. I'm forcing her to make a choice. She can either come up my arm and try to slash me in the throat, right? Coming in with like a number 7 or 11, or she can turn the hand and come up this way and try to slash across my throat. But if she does so, as she comes up, she then enables me to do some of my various do more motions, or as I feel that action come up, I can strike the limb, and again, redonda, closed fist, open hand, or any of the Sinawali actions from there. But that's how we transition that. Thank you. So those are our basic blocks of mano a mano with triangle footwork. Now let's go into our basic punches and strikes. So remember, again, a person's coming in with a lunging, again, it might be a left jab, it might be a straight right. It's a linear action for now. It might be a karate step-through punch. And people say, oh, nobody does that anymore. Karate people do. What, you don't think there's going to be some karate people who do traditional martial arts who might fight you? And sit there and drop back and you go, you're not really going to blam, want to bet? So, again, if you watch any of the Japanese karate sparring matches, they still do that on the street, guys. This is not, ladies and gentlemen, this is not something that's, oh, it's never done. Never say never. I learned that half a century martial arts, never say never. So now what we're going to do, we're going to move off the line on our 45, and we're going to step and we're going to do a horizontal thrust. Horizontal thrust toward the opponent. I'm going to step with my right, my left, I'm going to punch with my right. I step with my right, I punch with my left. All right, here we go. So, horizontal thrust, or straight thrust. Ready? Right foot, left hand. Move. Actually, no, you know what? Stop. Let's do, we already did that with blocks. Let's do it the proper way. Lead foot, lead hand. Boom, hit. Step hit. Step hit. We do lead hand first. I'm sorry. Then reverse punch. So you step with your right, you punch with your right. You step with your left, you punch with your left. Ready? So step right, punch right. Move. Good. Up. Step left, punch left. Thank you. Up. Ready. Isa. Dalawa. Tatlo. Apat. Lima. Anim. Pito. Walo. Siyam. Sampo. Now, again, at this rank, we learned this in our previous rank. So, but in this rank, we learn our next method of execution. MOE, method of execution. How do I do something? Originally, we learned thrusting. So now, next thing we're going to do is snapping. So now we're going to step, punch him back. Step, punch him back. Because I want to learn about opposites. Again, as we all in the room know, including you, David, for every
move, theory, concept, principle, and definition,
there is
opposite and reverse.
So right now we're working lead foot, lead hand. So now the opposite of thrusting and leaving your arm in to drive an opponent away is to snap to keep them in place. I want to keep them there for one reason or another. Maybe I don't want to knock them off the cliff. Maybe I don't want them to bang into my grandma sitting behind him. Whatever the reason may be. So now I'm going to use my diagonal action, step, punch diagonal. Use my diagonal action, snap. Okay? Ready, horizontal snap. Right foot punch. You don't punch with your foot, it's just 1 foot steps forward. Left foot punch. Isa. Now what I'm seeing here is one of those things. You're cocking your hand, you're torquing before you even put the punch. Torque at the end of the punch, not the beginning of it. Again, right hand. Isa. Snap it. Dalawa. Tatlo. Apat. Lima. Okay, your right hand keeps cocking up for a bunny punch. Punch from point of origin, come through. Okay? Try it again. Isa. Dalawa. Tatlo. Apat. Lima. Anim. Faster. Pito. Come back. Walo. Yes. Siyam. Sampo. I heard a gee pop on one of those last shots, didn't you? Okay. So now, the opposite of horizontal is?
Vertical.
Vertical. So now we'll do our vertical thrust. Our standing fist. We move off and punch. We move off and punch. Ready? Starting off on the right. Vertical thrust.
Thrust or snap, right?
Thrust.
Thrust.
Have we done a vertical thrust yet in today's class?
No, sir.
Nope. So we're doing it now. Vertical thrust. Ready? Right hand punch. Left hand punch. Leave it there. Right hand punch. Left hand punch. By the numbers. Isa. Dalawa. Tatlo. Apat. Lima. Anim. Pito. Walo. Siyam. Sampo. And we're back to that question. The opposite of thrusting is?
Snapping.
So now we're going to do a vertical snap. So again, when I move, I step off the line, move, out and back. I don't want to go punch and then retract it on the way back. I want to step in, out and back. Step in, out and back. Step in, out and back. Snap. Ready. Starting off on the right, vertical snap. Ready. Right hand punch. Left hand punch. By the numbers. Isa. Dalawa. Tatlo. Apat. Lima. Anim. Pito. Walo. Siyam. Sampo. Good. Our next punch is the inverted horizontal thrust or uppercut. And we're going to use this as a vertical punch like an uppercut up to the chin. So punching up on a diagonal. So, ready. Chamber. Right hand punch. Left hand punch. Isa. Dalawa. tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. And of course, like the other punches we did, we're going to snap this punch again. So from here I step up on my diagonal. Step up on my diagonal. Up back. Ready. Starting off on the right, inverted, horizontal, snap, uppercut, and right, left, by the numbers, isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. Very good. This completes our basic punches. We then go on to strikes, which are any natural weapon that we use, aside from punches, that we strike our opponent with. So our first action we're going to work on here is going to be the hammer fist. And we're going to come in with an inward hammer fist, anchored elbow, palm up, hitting the temple area. So, again, chamber. So you can step in, hammer to the temple. Ready? Right hammer punch, right hammer strike rather, move. Up, left hammer move. Okay, by the numbers. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. Now, when we do these strikes, we can strike above an arm or below an arm. So again, when we do the upper one, we bend our elbow. We're going to do a lower one to the ribs and straighten our wrist. Now, if you look at it, it looks, hey, doesn't that look like an uppercut to the body? At the end of it, it does, so you can't differentiate. But in the path of motion, again, you bring your hand up, pow, hammer the ribs. Step in, pow, hammer the ribs. And again, working that triangle footwork. All right, let's try it out. Ready? Hammer fist to the rib cage, and right, up, left. Good, and straighten your wrist, hammer the ribs. Remember, high is bent, opposite of arm bent is arm straight. Opposite of high is low. Okay, ready? Again, right, up, left. Good, by the numbers, here we go. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. Good. Now at this point, the opposite of inward is
Outward.
okay. The opposite of arm bent is arm.
Straight.
So now we're going to step up on a diagonal and strike with a cross hammer fist to the temple. Arm straight. Ready? Cross hammer fist to the temple. And right, up, left. Hey, she's doing it with a rear hand. We want to do it with a front hand. So again, I want to step, lead foot, lead hand, lead foot, lead hand. What you're doing is not wrong. It's just different. It's teaching us about reverse, which we will be going into at some point, but not at this rank. Okay. To an extent. Yes, sir. All right, ready? So when you step with your right foot, you hammer with your right hand. Ready? Right, up, left. Good. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. Okay. So we did that above the arm. Now we do the exact same thing to the floating rib cage below the arm. Same exact technique, except instead of high, the opposite of that is low. All right, ready? Right? Good. Left? Good. Ready? Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. Great. Okay. The next natural weapon we're working on, the opposite of a closed fist, is a
Net hand.
huh?
Open hand.
Open hand. So now we're going to show different open hand configurations, how they work. So the first open hand configuration is the exact same action we did with the closed fist, but now we're going to open our hand and a knife hand to the side of our opponent's neck. And again, lead foot, lead hand. So I'm going to step in, strike, up, step in, strike, and up. Okay. Here we go. Inward knife hand to the neck. Right, up, left. Okay. By the numbers, here we go. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. Very good. Now, the opposite of inward is
Outward.
the opposite of arm bent is.
Straight.
So again, from here, stepping out, arm straight. Cross and bring the hand up to the ear. Again, opposite hand.
Opposite. No.
Yeah, come on. Opposite hand, opposite
Ear.
ear. So again, I'm moving off the line, chopping across the bridge of the nose, across into the throat. Again, as we say, instead of AT&T, we say
Any available target.
AAT, any available target. So again, I can hit here, I can hit here, I can hit here. Again, any available target that's open to me. Somewhat obvious, somewhat not so obvious. Somewhat open, somewhat protected. So sometimes a person's got an arm up, right? I have slapped that hand. She didn't know that was coming, right? I slapped the arm down, whack! Oh, I got an eye for Christmas. Thank you very much. What a lovely present. So again, if I can't get here, and I can't get here, well, I'll take here. Whack! And as her head goes back from that, oh, look, I can go back and hit her again across the throat. That's the key. Thank you. All right, so again, cross knife hand to the side of the neck. Ready? Chamber. Right. Up. Left. Up. Isa. Dalawa. Tatlo. Apat. Lima. Anim. Pito. Walo. Siyam. Sampo. Very good. Now, from here, we're going to do a driving knife hand. It's going to go directly into the clavicle. It can also be used as a blocking action. It's an inward knife hand action. Again, we're using it offensively. So again, if I'm moving off the line and she throws a punch at me, move, I'll grab from here, whack, and I'll break the collarbone here, like so. So again, I can just as easily, if she shoots the punch again, go, bang, I can come and hit her in the side of the neck here, anchoring my elbow. So again, but if I want to drive it, I don't want to get here, I want here. I'll catch right at the end of the maxillary hinge on the side of her jaw. Do it right, and she turns her head away, I can dislocate her jaw. If she throws a punch and then suddenly gets scared, I can dislocate that with a driving knife hand. That's the key. So, again, we go back to Kenpo law. Anchor your
Elbow.
elbow. So your elbow stays down. Whack in, like so. All right, here we go. Again, inward vertical knife hand. Ready? Right? Left? Here we go. Isa. Dalawa. Tatlo. Apat. Lima. Anim. Pito. Walo. Siyam. Sampo. Great. Now, let's go to our next natural weapon. The palm heel or heel palm, depending what particular martial art lineage you come from. Again, hitting with the heel of your palm. The base here, one of the strongest natural weapons. Again, we look at backup mass. And with the mass of our arm going from our shoulder to our elbow to our wrist, if it's a closed fist and it ends at the knuckles, the open hand, it ends at the heel of the palm, just like with our hip, knee, ankle, and heel of our foot. So again, this is our first striking action. We're striking on a 45-degree angle, catching the person up under the chin. But again, lead foot, lead hand, pow, first. So let's try it out. Ready? Right? Now, don't cock that, don't turn the hand over before you hit, and don't do the bunny punch. Left, right. Strike the heel palm at the end. And make sure you tuck in your thumb. Ed Parker told a great story. These guys fighting in Hawaii. One guy hits a guy with a heel palm. Other guy goes, in the guy's mouth, and the guy bit off the guy's thumb and spit it at him. So again, keep that thumb tucked in. Solid unit together. Ready? Palm heel. And isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. Okay. The second heel palm, again, this is horizontal, meaning the alignment of the heel palm, horizontal. Now we're going to turn it sideways. Now the alignment of the actual physical heel palm is vertical. You say, well, the hand's horizontal, but the heel palm isn't. The actual heel weapon is in a vertical alignment, just like you're holding a closed fist in a vertical punch. So again, you're going to hit to the floating rib cage. Make that wonderful Chinese delicacy, spare ribs. So, again, you're going to step in, right foot, right hand, breaking the floating rib cage. Right, up, left, up, and make sure to turn it sideways. Ready? Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. Very good. Now, again, above the arm, below the arm. That's what we're talking about. Above, horizontal. Could we do a vertical? Yeah, we could. But again, I'm showing you horizontal, vertical, and now underhand. Again, striking the person in the bladder or in the groin area. So again, lead foot, lead hand. I step in, pow, underhand. I step in, pow, underhand. Ready? Underhand, heel, palm. Palm, heel. Right? Left. Make sure the fingertips are pointing down, not diagonal. Ready? Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. Very good. Our next natural weapon that we're going to be dealing with is the back fist. You say, well, I already learned the back fist. Yes, but now we're going to do the back fist now with a reverse motion. Meaning that when I step with my right, I'm going to hit with my left. When I step with my left, I'm going to hit with my right. So again, we're learning category completion. Because in the form, we can hit, we brush, hold, strike, and we're always doing lead foot, lead hand. So now we're bringing to the next level with the back fist. We'll say, hey, okay, now you move off with your right or your left and hit with your right. You move off with your right, you hit with your left. So we're going to be doing that. And basically, when people talk about that, we call that what? Reverse. I'm moving forward, lead foot, lead hand. When I step off and I'm moving forward using my rear hand, it's like a reverse punch in karate. In Japanese, they call it gyakusuki, reverse punch. Well, I'm going to do reverse backhand with my rear leg. So here we go. Right hand, sorry, right foot, left hand. Move. Up, left foot, right hand. Move. Very good. Here we go. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. Now, Well, you might be saying to yourself, hey, she stepped with her right foot first, but she hit with her left hand. Shouldn't you hit with her right hand first? We're basing it on adding what? Footwork. So the right foot steps first. Right, left, right, left. So again, when she steps with the right, she hits with the left. So now she's going to do that exact same action, but again, we have a theme going on. The opposite of thrusting is?
Snapping.
You say, I'm not thrusting. Thrusting's linear. Right. So we have the snapping action, which is snapping linear. So we're striking here in a circular motion, so now we're going to add on a whipping action. So whip out that strike. Whip it good. Pow. Out and back like a bullwhip. So again, you're going to step with your left foot, out and back. Step with your right foot, out and back. Here we go. Ready? And we basically call it snapping or whipping. Ready? We don't say whipping for certain. Ready? Right foot, left hand. Left foot, right hand. Isa. Dalawa. Tatlo. Apat. Lima. Anim. Pito. Walo. Siyam. Sampo. Very good. And I believe that is all your upper body basics that you've learned so far. Can you think of any others that we've addressed and gone over? No? Okay. So now we're going to go over the four that we did go over with her, which we're going to include. And she's learned them before, but not in this vernacular, and some of them she hasn't. But we're going to add in triangle footwork. And that's the use of elbows. Again, I always say in Rebel's Kempo Karate, Rebel's Law of Martial Sophistication. A sophisticated form of martial arts has extensive use of elbows. It's a hard, sharp, bony surface which causes devastating effect upon the person. Kenpo, Muay Thai, all the advanced martial arts that I know of, all utilize a lot of elbows. I've watched full contact guys in Muay Thai, had hundreds of fights in 16 seconds in the first round. Guy hit with roundhouse elbow, split him to 27 stitches. Right over. The guy had 160 fights, the other guy had a 275, and in 16 seconds, fight. Done. So, what are we going to do here? So now, our first elbow is going to be the upward elbow. And again, we're going to come up, and lead foot, lead hand. And here, I'm moving off the line, and I'm striking off the line on the diagonal. I'm striking on the diagonal. Let's try it out. Ready? Upward elbow. Right foot step, brush your hair. Bring it all the way up, brush your hair, all the way back. Left foot step, strike. All the way up, in nice and close, brush your hair. So again, we say like in jiu-jitsu, brush your hair. Brush your hair. And we keep it in a closed fist. Why? Because we're a weapon system, baby. I slash him with the knife, I elbow him with the chin, I stab him in the face. I slash him with the knife, I elbow him in the chin, I stab him in the face. Or I stab him behind the clavicle or collarbone. So again, I can still do the elbows without cutting the person. But it's nice to know I can compound it with a cut or a stab. So I can slash, elbow, stab. Slash, elbow, stab. And compound that motion. All right, here we go. Ready? Upward elbow. Right. Up. Left. Up. Isa. Dalawa. Tatlo. Apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. Next, we're going to be working on inward, the roundhouse elbow. Roundhouse elbow moves like a roundhouse kick. Now again, I step in with my foot, wham! I hit him in the side of the temple. I can do uppercase above the arm or lowercase below the arm, but the alignment of the weapon is still adhered to. So again, I'm going to step in. What time is it? Time to hit him. What time is it? Time to hit him with the elbow. So it's just like I'm checking my watch. I bring my hand up and strike with the elbow. So, ready. Right side first. Right, move. Yep, up. Left side, move. And bring it. Keep it nice and tight on the chest. Ready. Isa. Dalawa. Tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. Now, here's the big test question. The opposite of circular is?
Linear.
The opposite of inward is?
Outward.
So now when I step, I'm going to step, bring it across, opposite hand, opposite ear, outward elbow, and strike out in a linear fashion. I pledge allegiance to the fact I'm going to hit you. And again, if I've got a blade, I don't stab myself. If I strike outward, I don't stab myself. I could hit him with a hammer off that. Ooh, that'd be special. So again, I'm here. When I come in, I don't stab myself. I don't stab myself. But I could stab him. And again, we talk about the button and
Lever.
the lever. So the button's the elbow. I hit you here. Boom! Whack! There's the lever. Boom! Hook. Hey, I hit that. And again, hook, slash. All the fun stuff of life. Yeah. This is called peacock. Like an ice pick. Peacock. The inverted position. This is sock. The extended position. Which we'll go into more as you progress through the ranks. But I'll give you a little primer, as it were. So again, you're going to step on the diagonal, hand comes across, elbow straight out. Make him spit chiclets. If he turns his head, strike him in the temple, or the side of the neck. Bring it across, close fist, and strike out. Outward elbow. Ready? Right.
So,
Step with your foot.
same foot. Same
Mm-hmm, yeah, still it is. Same principle. Move, lead foot, lead hand. Go. Yes, ma'am. Move. Very good. Here we go. Isa. Dalawa. Tatlo. Make sure you turn your hand palm down at the end, like the bit when I have a drill gun. I pull the trigger. What do I get? Torque. But what do I need to make it work? Momentum. So the torquing of the hand turns, and that causes that drill-like action. But the momentum of the arm moving outward combined with it creates a cumulative effect. Right? Ready? Outward elbow and right side. Isa. Up. Dalawa. Tatlo. Apat. Lima. Anim. Pito. Walo. Siyam. Sampo. And again, where do we know this from? I know we saw. Right? Turn, spin, spinning elbow. Right? That spinning outward elbow we learned in the form. Here we're doing it in a linear fashion to give you an introduction. So it's kind of messed up a little bit, I understand. Normally we teach it earlier, but we didn't. So we'll fix it later on in the system. But the key ingredient is that outward elbow. So we did upward, we did inward, we did outward. What's left? Downward. Downward. Now, we've learned two methods of execution. Okay, or paths of motion, I should say, which are what?
Linear and circular.
So we're going to do both. So now I'm going to step and I'm going to do a linear downward elbow. I'm going to go high elbow. I'm going to step, hands come up, high elbow. Hey, could I compound this with an outward elbow and really wreck Allison in this action? Sure I could. So again, hey, I got this heel palm, right? I come up, pow, thud, and I drive that elbow into a sternum. So again, I'm compounding that upward action, upward heel palm, thud, elbow. And I can also compound this by turning my hand palm in. I could also hit it with a back fist off that. Ooh, how decorative. Should be watching the video after going, oh, I get to see what he did to me. Right? So again, I shoot my hand up to drive down. And I'm going to step in, up with the heel palm, down with the elbow. Step, up with the heel palm, down with the elbow. Straight down. Okay? Let's try it out. So this is the downward elbow.
Downward.
Right? Left. And push straight up, all the way up, straight up. Right. Straight up. Down. Open your hands straight up like you're poking in the air. Left. Yes. Yes. Right? Okay. Isa. Dalawa. Tatlo. Apat. I'm sure step diagonally. Lima. Anim. Pito. Walo. Siyam. Sample. Okay. Allison, last question. The opposite of linear is?
Circular.
So now I'm going to step, I'm going to make a great big circle and bend my knees and sink. I'm going to step off, great big circle, bend my knees and sink. Why? Well, she shoots a punch at me, and I do brush hold strike, and I grab her head, and I pull it down, I come around, boom! And I put one of her vertebrae into her solar plexus. Around and down, full circular motion. So again, when I'm here, I'm going to step from chamber all the way around, bend your knees and sink an elbow. Use your maximum body weight to drop on a vertical plane. That's the key. And we call that marriage of gravity. We take gravity and we add it into the force. We let our body weight drop on a vertical plane. Later on, we'll actually stomp with it. But for now, just bending our knees is sufficient. All right, so try it out. Circular downward elbow.
Circular downward.
Right? Up, left. Very good. By the numbers, here we go. Isa. Dalawa. Tatlo. Apat. Lima. Anim. Pito. Walo. Siyam. Sample. And just one thing, I want to make sure, we did not teach you the reverse hand sort of ridge hand, please, right?
No, remember.
No, good. That's what I thought. Well, guess what? You just watched her evaluation for stripe for Mano y Mano, and she passed with flying colors. Don't you think? I do. So, very good. Did fantastic. We'll award you your stripe right after we finish this video. So, there you go. Our introduction for the required rank for Mano y Mano, hand-to-hand fighting. Empty hand fighting, basic strikes, and now incorporating many of those basic strikes with triangle footwork and working it off the lead hand. Now later on, we'll do everything off the opposite hand. So everything will be stepping and hitting with the rear hand. Everything will be stepping again with the rear hand instead of the front hand. And that's something you can play with and mess with. Again, David, you're high enough rank in martial arts that you can figure that out. But it's good to check out. And that's the key. So this is Joe Rebelo here with Allison Reddington. I say it correctly. And you just watched her evaluation for stripe for Mano y Mano. And now you have all your required material that you need to know and practice for Mano y Mano for the rank of purple belt. Until next time, natural stance. Salute. Go practice.